There's been a lot of buzz, for lack of a better word, in the nation's capital and throughout the United States in the last few days about the prosecution and conviction of Roger Stone. I'm actually here in Florida right now taking Stone's deposition. I just finished because yours truly and Jerry Corsi was forced and compelled, regrettably, to have to sue Stone for alleged defamation, making several statements. Apparently, he feared that Jerry Corsi would testify against him. That was never Jerry's intent, my client, but that couldn't stop him, and he defamed both Jerry Corsi and me. Now, I've got to tell you, I sat in on the trial. I monitored it for Dr. Corsi. The trial, as far as what was presented, in fact, there was nothing presented by Stone's lawyers, not one witness. They also had an opportunity to conduct voir dire of the potential jurors. And apparently they didn't do that terribly well, because now we find out that one of the jurors was making politicized quotes. However, the judge had instructed all the jurors to put their politics aside and make a fair decision. That's what judges do. Now, we do know that jurors react and act based upon their personal beliefs and whatever. But it probably is not going to succeed to get Stone a new trial, as Judge Napolitano has suggested, on that basis. They're going to have a very high showing. And people who have suggested that Stone was wrongly convicted are completely wrong. It's not just a process crime to lie under oath to the government. It's not just a process crime to threaten a material witness, Randy Credico. And it's not just a process crime to hide documents that you were asked to produce. These are serious things, and the justice system can't function unless those things happen. Well, I took the deposition of Stone. He was extremely disrespectful, cursed at me on a number of occasions. The demeanor is exactly why he got himself into difficulty, because he provoked these prosecutors into prosecuting him. My client, Jerome Corsi, was never indicted. In fact, we pushed back. We sued Robert Mueller. We filed criminal complaints. He still wasn't indicted because we talked in a rational way, and we talked in a respectful way, and we talked in a legal and ethical way. Stone doesn't know how to do that. And it was the Senator John Kennedy, this new one, not the president, former president, who said that Roger Stone should be given the Beavis and Butthead Award because, in fact, he talked himself into an indictment. So all those people out there that are crying crocodile tears for Roger Stone right now, they're playing the game. This is a way that they can boost their popularity, boost their viewership, raise money. Last night, Tucker Carlson, basically went way out on a limb with Tom Fitton, chairman of Judicial Watch. I left behind when I left to run for the U.S. Senate. Fitton made comments. He's not a lawyer, legal opinions. The reality is that while the amount of time that was suggested was too great, the underlying conviction was valid and warranted. And people need to see that. It's not enough to say, okay, Comey wasn't indicted, McCabe wasn't indicted, Clapper and Brennan, Obama and the Clintons. I believe that. There shouldn't be selective prosecution. But that does not in any way absolve Stone from the crimes for which he was convicted. And we cannot have a legal system if people lie under oath, intimidate witnesses, and obstruct justice. So that's my message for today. Take it with a grain of salt. Everybody likes to play the game. Everybody likes to jump on the bandwagon. I've had an experience myself with Roger Stone. I'm not going to get into it here. It caused me to have to sue him and to sue him for Jerry Corsi. And I want you to understand where I stand on this issue, because I believe in a just legal system, equal justice for everybody. There hasn't been. And in fact, that's why Judicial Freedom Watch is pursuing citizens' grand juries, seeking to hold Pelosi, Schiff, Nadler, Comey, Brennan, Clapper, Obama, the Clintons, the whole lot of them accountable, including Republicans. We do need equal justice under the law, but that does not absolve those who violate the law. And Roger Stone was convicted of lying under oath, witness intimidation, and obstruction of justice. And his lawyers should have done a better job researching who these jurors were, and it's probably too late now to do anything about it. This may be an orchestrated campaign to justify a pardon for Roger Stone, which he will probably get from President Trump, but take everything with a grain of salt. So this is my job, not just to bring lawsuits, not just to be your private justice department, but to educate you on the way things really work in the real world. If you want to spread this message, this podcast, and you should, because people need to understand what's at issue in our legal system and how it doesn't work, go to freedomwatchusa.org to see this podcast, also radioamerica.com. It's on Patreon, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, and disseminate it far and wide because we need the people to understand that our legal system is seriously broken and is frequently intimidated by the media and outside forces to not do the right thing. God bless you, God bless your family, and God save America. And also tune in to our weekly radio show, which you can find at the same places, freedomwatchusa.org, O-R-G, radioamerica.com, Spotify, iTunes, Patreon, Facebook. We will have Jerry Corsi as a guest on this week. I want you to listen to that because Jerry was not indicted. Roger Stone was indicted and convicted, and you'll understand why that went down that way. It's important. So God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America, and God save America. And thank you for listening to me.